Okay, y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not gonna sit here and say Raw was trash. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say Raw was trash. Other YouTubers who make money off of just downing WWE every second, which, hey, if y'all had a garbage show, y'all had a garbage show. But I'm gonna say this. Raw wasn't horrible. It wasn't trash. We actually had a decent Raw. Now, Cody doesn't draw a dime. I don't know why. You know, to me, Cody does make money, the company money, but how and why, I have no clue. Like, every time Cody Rhodes hits the ring, you want to go to sleep. And pair that with Seth Rollins, you really want to go to sleep. Nothing about this little feud for Crown Jewel makes any sense. And it's going to be the worst lead up to any match possible. Then, you know, Stephanie Vaquer, you know, I'm like I say, I'm not going to lie. Her match with Io was not the greatest. You know, it was a basic match. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a basic match. You know, she hit a little top rope finisher, which was fire and spot on. Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky are, you know, some of the top women wrestlers that we got today. Then, you know, you got Jey Uso, you know, versus LA Knight. And I just don't know why this is a feud. Now, I will say this. I don't care about this feud. If Jey Uso decides to turn heel, that's fine with me. You know, Jey Uso versus LA Knight is something different. It's something different, and I'm here for it, but Jey Uso is terrible in the ring. That's all I'm going to say. Jey Uso moveset, it's very basic, and like I say, Jey Uso does better in a tag team, but I mean, they could do what they want with Jey Uso. Jey Uso is over with the yeeting. You know, I think they're gonna keep him around. I don't see Jey Uso getting released or anything like that in the future. Of course, he's not yeeting as hard because he gets gassed out when he does it, which is, man, go do some cardio. You know, come on now. But, you know, after, I don't want to say after that, but I'm not going in any specific order. But Bayley, are we here? Do we really want this Bayley? I think Bayley should have instantly went into the main card, not main card, but the championship, World Women's Championship picture. You know, that should be Stephanie's first obstacle. You know, face Bayley, face a deranged Bayley. That would make for a good feud, because man, Bayley's an actual good wrestler. You know, she's up there with Io Sky, or should I say Io Sky is up there with Bayley. You know, Bayley takes care of all the women wrestlers, all the new wrestlers that came in for that Rumble. Bayley made them look good. Then you had Rusev versus JD. And I'm gonna just say they gearing up for that feud. That Dominic versus Rusev, which maybe they're gonna let Rusev be Intercontinental Champion and kind of let Dominic run AAA. Which, I mean, we get it, but I mean, Dominic is really over in AAA, so I get it. You know, that's the whole point of the brand deal. make AAA more popular, Dominic's gonna do that. You know, the American fans are gonna watch Worlds Collide all the time to pretty much see Dominic be on top somewhere. So that's fine. Then the main event, man, people sleeping on Asuka. They really sleep on Asuka. Asuka could beat Rhea Ripley any day of the week. Any day of the week. I mean, y'all forget Asuka was undefeated, has a better record than Goldberg, and it wasn't pushed like that. So Asuka and Asuka, one of the only women wrestlers that's like not afraid of Rhea Ripley and talk that shit to Rhea Ripley. And I think that's why, like, fans know that. Fans know that, like, yeah, y'all love Rhea, but y'all forget y'all love Asuka too. This is just heel Asuka. When Asuka wasn't a heel, Asuka was way more over than Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was still finding herself, but Asuka's 43. Asuka will not be in WWE much longer. She's still in shape, but taking those bumps and all that, I mean, Asuka probably got maybe 2 more years max. Asuka probably getting out of there when with AJ Styles and Seth leave, Asuka going. Kairi is 30 something, but I mean, without Asuka, Kairi Sane is getting thrown away. She getting thrown away because you have Jada Parker, you have Stephanie, you have all of these other women wrestlers that are just more over. You still have Io Sky. So Io Sky and Io Sky not going nowhere. Kairi Sane probably gonna get released a year or 2 after Asuka retires. I'm just being dead serious. Now, this feud, I'm here for it. I just don't like the fact they got Kairi playing like sidekick to Asuka, as in like she's just taking orders from bully Asuka. Kairi Sane is a demon. Like, did y'all forget when Kairi Sane made that return? She was on Demon Time, you know, and she ended up being in like War Games and doing all that stuff. Like, Kairi Sane is a demon. Like, Kairi Sane really would beat half the roster. Like, the only person Kairi Sane gonna have trouble with and probably lose to is Julia. I mean, just for story purposes, you know, they'll let Asuka and Charlotte and maybe Becky Lynch and them beat her, but Kairi Sane is really her. That's all I'm saying. Kairi Sane got the best elbow drop in the business, period. It's a beautiful elbow drop, the insane elbow drop. Better than Macho Man, better than Shawn Michaels. I just think she's not hitting it the way she's hitting it right now because, I mean, that takes a lot on your body at 36. When you was, you know, 20 years old, 20 to 30, you could do that elbow drop all day. It's just, she got to switch it up a little bit and not do it from such heights and do it to where people are catching her just because, I mean, that's a lot on the body to land and half of your body take that weight. You probably gonna break ribs and stuff. It's not as safe. But I'm here for the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea and Io Sky. I kind of don't like the way they're doing it, but I mean, it's fine with me because we getting a little something different. But do the right thing. Asuka and Kairi can defeat Io and Rhea. I'm not saying Io and Rhea, you know, are garbage and they suck. No. Io and Rhea are not tag team synchronized, then Asuka and Kairi. I think they should play into that. Asuka and Kairi are a better tag team than a Io Sky and Rhea. You know, let them fight a couple times. Let Asuka and Kairi win. Like maybe 2 out of the 3 times, or, you know, when they do the single matches and stuff like that. Like, Rhea got one up on Asuka from a roll-up. Remember that. Remember that. Asuka lost off of that roll-up. So go ahead. Give Kairi and Rhea, or, you know, do it how y'all do it, but Asuka and Kairi can defeat Io Sky and Rhea. Maybe, you know, at least once out of 2 times, or twice out of 3 times. I mean, Io and Kairi, I mean, they could go head and head. Rhea and Asuka could go head and head. You put them in a tag team, Kabuki Warriors gonna win all day. Kabuki Warriors barely lose. I mean, they had them lose to Roxanne and stuff, but man, that was storyline driven. Do this right. If you do this right, Kabuki Warriors winning all the time. So, I mean, I just hope they do the right thing. I mean, this Raw wasn't garbage. A lot of people saying this Raw was trash. I mean, they just getting engagements because y'all so used to Raw being trash. Raw does be trash. Raw be trash a lot of times, but this past Raw was okay. And we got to give it to who we got to give it to. This Raw was okay. I'm going to give this Raw 6 out of 10. It was an okay Raw. And let me not forget, I almost forgot. Penta and the War Raiders versus the New Day. That match was fire. That brought Raw rating up to that 6.5. If it was at that, it would have just been a 5. They got Raw to a whole 1.5 more. That match was fire for being a Raw match. Great. It was great. That's all I got to say. Peace out. Y'all comment below and let me know if y'all really thought Raw was trash or y'all just going with the flow of what people say. Peace.